All right, let's talk about GenaImpact. If you're an early supporter, you're probably wondering what the smartest move is right now. Well, GenaImpact makes a really strong case that just holding your GNIM tokens is the way to go. We're going to break down exactly why they believe that. And it's pretty interesting. So that's the big question on the table, right? As someone who got in early with GNOM, what is your smartest move? It's a simple question, but the answer, well, that's all in how GenaImpact has built this thing from the ground up. Let's dig into those mechanics. Okay, so the first piece of the puzzle is something they call the GenaImpact growth engine. And the key thing to understand here is that this isn't supposed to be about hype. It's not about speculation. It's built around a self-sustaining system, what they're calling the natural loop. So how does this loop actually work? It's a 6-step process, and it's pretty straightforward. It all kicks off with a donation. Someone gives ETH, USDC, or even regular fiat currency. Step 2, that money goes directly to a verified cause, a real charity doing real work. Then, and this is crucial, the donor gets GEM tokens as a thank you. Now, those tokens have value, right? Holders can stake them or trade them. This all leads to liquidity pools getting launched at 3 cents, giving it a starting price point. And finally, the whole thing comes full circle. The visibility from all this activity, it drives more donations, and the loop just starts all over again. And that is the whole point. This design is meant to create real organic growth without all the hype. Because it's anchored to something tangible, charitable giving, the idea is that value comes from a real-world process, not just, a flash in the pan. Okay, but a growth engine is only as good as its stability, right? You need something to keep it from flying off the rails. And that brings us to the second core idea, what they call the foundation safeguard. Think of it like a built-in backstop for the whole system. This quote really says it all. No credible charity would sabotage the very people funding their mission. Just think about that for a second. The charities involved are encouraging their own communities to donate, which means their donors become GINM holders. So if a foundation just decided to dump all its tokens, they'd be torpedoing the very people who support them. It's a huge disincentive, both financially and ethically. And that's exactly what they mean by a rug pull deterrent. It's not just a promise. It's a system where the key players, the foundations, are literally invested, both financially and ethically, in making sure the project is stable. Why? Because the project's success is tied directly to the trust they have with their own donors. This all leads to some pretty simple but powerful math. It's the core financial reason why patience really does pay off here, and why it's the only logical choice for the big partners involved. So let's play this out. Imagine you're a big partner. You've got a ton of tokens, and you see an opportunity for a quick cash out, maybe for a cool $1 million. I mean, $1 million is $1 million. That's tempting, for sure. But then you look at the other side of the coin, the long-term potential. The argument is, why on earth would you take that $1 million now when, by helping the ecosystem grow, your stake could be worth $30 million down the road? Or even more? It's a no-brainer, really. The system is designed to make patience the most profitable strategy. So this is where you come in, the early holder. Honestly, your role in this whole thing is absolutely crucial. You're not just along for the ride. No way. You're actually a core part of what makes the whole thing stable. Let's look at how most projects work. You have these whales, right? A handful of massive holders who can totally rock the boat and destabilize the market with one big move. But GenaImpact is different. It's built on you, the early holders. We're talking about a large group of people holding smaller amounts, say less than 10,000 GNIM. Instead of a few shaky pillars, you create a wide, solid foundation. You are the stability. And it's not just you. There are other layers of safety built in too. Things like partial token locks for the big early partners, so they can't just sell off everything at once. You add that to the whole foundation donor alignment we talked about, and what you get is a system with multiple layers of protection, all resting on that strong community of early holders. So when you pull all these pieces together, you start to see that this is about more than just a token. It's about the mission behind it. That's the glue that's meant to hold everyone, from the charities to you, together. Look, at the end of the day, GenaImpact is designed to reward patience. It is the exact opposite of a pump and dump. It's a project with a mission, with a real growth engine, all tied to a real-world purpose. The goal is to build something that lasts. And that's really the bottom line here. The engine is built, the mission is clear, all the pieces we've just talked about, they're already in place. So, GenaImpact's message to you is simple. Stay the course. Grow with us. Because you're not just holding a token, you're a critical part of a system built for the long haul. The real question is, do you believe in it?